Very warm welcome to everybody. Greetings from APCA family. Hope that you all have been doing well during this lockdown and tough times, and we shall see the good times very soon. Very good evening, everybody. My name is Astik Obroy. I am working as a pastry chef at Academy of Pastry and Culinary Arts, Gurgaon. Today we will be discussing about different types of ovens and which one to buy and which one is suitable for what kind of task. We will wait for a couple of minutes before we join in. We have just switched off the commenting so that I can share a small presentation with you wherein I will be showing you pictures of different types of ovens and I'll be explaining about them to you.
Questions you've already seen.
So we have got a good amount of questions. I have got a list with me about the questions that I'll be discussing today. These are the questions that were mostly asked and the popular ones. So we'll answer all these questions one by one. So I'll be starting with screen sharing. We all need to understand what is an oven, why it is used. The first thing that comes to our mind when somebody says oven is baked goods or bakery. So yes, that's true. Usually ovens are more related to bakery. They are used in the hot kitchen and the culinary also, in the culinary kitchen also, but mostly ovens are well connected or used more in the bakery than in any of the other kitchens. They are very versatile, used for baking everything almost, starting with cookies, breads, cakes, sponges, and many more things. The hot kitchen also uses it mostly for roasts, for cooking up the meat, for toasting bread, for reheating food, for holding hot food, and many other things. So herein we start with types of oven. There are various types, various brands available, and today we will be discussing about all of them. So first, we talk about the most common one, OTG. Usually we have it in our home, and OTG stands for oven, toaster and griller. Basically it's a multifunction oven, household multifunction oven, wherein, as the name suggests, you can use on the oven mode wherein you can bake. Now bake products like cookies, sponges, dry cakes, muffins, etc. Toaster, so you can toast your products like you can toast a bread, you can toast some nuts, can be anything. Griller, so in this mode you will be able to give grill marks to your product, which can be anything from a sandwich to meat to vegetables. Anything can be used in this option. So basically an OTG is a typical household product used for various purposes, and we have the three options as oven, toaster and griller. We go on to the next one. So next one is a microwave oven or a microwave. Now in this also we have two variants available. One is the microwave, in which only we can use the microwave mode to heat or reheat our products. The other one is the oven mode with a convection option, in which we can use for baking as well. Now this is again a very typical household product, very easily available. I will come on to the brands later on. So what is the difference between the previous one and this one? This oven is mostly used, microwave if you say, is mostly used for reheating or heating the food. There are few baking recipes that also work fine in a microwave, but mostly for baking products we prefer going in for an oven, for a convection oven or a OTG oven, than only a microwave. We go on to the next one. So this is a convection oven. Why? What does the word convection mean? So in this oven, typically you will find a fan. These are also known as fan forced convection ovens. So there is a fan inside. What is the role of the fan? The fan helps to rotate the heat and helps to bake the products more evenly. In this case, mostly in a convection oven, we will have a heating element at the bottom of the oven and at the top of the oven, which may be covered or which may be visible to you. Sometimes in the oven you can see the rods which are visible on the top and on the bottom. So these are two sources of heat which are given by the supplier inside the oven to heat the oven, and then there is a fan to rotate the heat so that your products get evenly baked. This is a typical convection oven. Now there are different models available. The new ones, you can control the speed of the fan as per your liking, and because for some delicate products like macarons, you may have to put the fan at the lowest speed or may have to switch it off to get a good product. If the fan speed is too high, there are chances that your delicate product may take an undesired shape. We go on to the next one. So this is a professional convection oven. Similarly, in the same, we also get something known as a combi oven or a combination oven. Now, what is the difference between this and the previous one? In this oven, you will have a steam attachment, a water inlet, wherein the water can be converted into steam, which can help you to steam your products. Whenever we are baking breads, crusty breads like a typical French baguette, steam is desired, and for few other products also you require steam. If we talk about the culinary aspect, a very common example, we steam vegetables, we can steam our meats, we can steam something like dim sums. So in this oven you will have combinations of different heats available, wherein you can roast, grill, poach, steam, all the options are available. So a typical brand that does this is Rational. Again, I will come on to the brands later on. Now, should we buy this oven for a household purpose? This oven is more like a professional or a commercial oven and may not be suitable for a small household purpose. So it's more of an oven which you will usually find in the industries or in a hotel. Going on to the next one. Okay, one of my favorite ones, it's a rotary oven. So in this oven, as you can see, there's a trolley outside. It comes in different shapes and sizes. You can fit in your trays inside the trolley, and the trolley will go inside the oven. There is a rotational ball or a rotational point in the oven wherein you can place your trolley. The trolley gets fixed in the cabinet, and during the baking time, your products are getting baked as well as the trolley is getting rotated. So how does this help? Usually we would have always noticed that products sometimes get more color or get slightly more baked at the bottom, and the front part wherein we put the tray from, the products have a slightly lesser color or require slightly more baking, because the heat at the back side of the oven is mostly 5 to 10 degrees more than the front side of the oven. Because whenever we open the oven to put the products or to check the products, there is an immediate heat loss from the front, and usually the back side is more like a hot point in the oven. Now in this oven, the advantage that we have is that during the rotation process of baking, our products get nicely baked and they are more evenly baked. So let's say we bake cookies in this oven, we will find that all the cookies in the tray, in fact in the trolley from top to bottom, have exactly the same color, have exactly the same eye appeal. So mostly these ovens are used in commercial processes. For example, a cookie factory or a biscuit factory which is doing production in bulk will typically use this. When I say cookie, it typically doesn't mean that only for cookies. It's a very versatile oven, can be used for baking breakfast pastries, breads, sponges, any possible thing you can bake in this oven. Going on to the next one, a deck oven. So this is a smaller version of a deck oven wherein you can fit in one tray each in a deck. However, there are more bigger versions of this available, or commercial versions of this available. Now a deck oven, it's mostly a stone based oven wherein the heating element is beneath the stone, also on the upside, but there is a stone inside. The difference between this and convection oven will be that there is no fan in this oven. This oven is again a very versatile oven, can be used for almost all the baked goods. Usually it's more preferred for a bread, because the breads have a nice nice crust and a nice baked finish in this oven as compared to all the other ovens. However, in a convection oven which has got a fan, the bread again works completely fine. Then we go on to the next one. Okay, a traditional gas oven. So these ovens are not used now much. However, you will find in old institutions or maybe some colleges which are still using these ovens. So these ovens were about 25 to 30 years ago. These ovens are very, very common. So these ovens are directly connected to the domestic gas pipeline, wherein you can switch on the knob and light or ignite the gas, and so these ovens will get hot, or they will start working with the heat of the gas. These are all the other ovens that we have seen before this are electronical ovens or electrical ovens which are operational due to electricity. This oven will work because of gas. They are slightly, you have to be more, you have to take more precaution while using this oven, and mostly now they are not produced, or people don't prefer using this oven because of the hazards that it has, because it's directly connected to the gas. Okay, we move on to our last variety or last classification of the oven. So it's a wood-fired pizza oven. A typical oven you will find this all along in Italy. So this oven is mostly used for baking pizzas, as the name suggests. It's an open vent. There is a covering that comes wherein you can close the vent of the oven. This oven is heated because of the wood, wherein you burn the wood to produce the heat and to warm the insides of the oven. This oven has a challenge that you cannot control the heat. If you want a higher heat, you can always put more wood, and the stone or the bricks will get even hotter. But the challenge is that you cannot control the heat, and it will take time to ignite. Once you start, it will take time to resume, to pause, and once you close down or take the wood out, or let the fuel finish, it will take time to restart. So they were used quite frequently earlier, but now people don't prefer using it, because you can save a lot of fuel by using the electronical ovens, wherein you can easily use the knob and the digital meter to set the oven temperature. Now we will start answering the questions. I'll stop the screen sharing. Okay. So we have a question: which brand is good? There are many brands available in the market, starting with Murphy Richards, Bosch, Samsung, IFB. All these brands are good. Check for the warranty, check for the reviews of the oven. All these brands work perfectly fine. Difference between OTG, deck, microwave, convection. I believe that I have already explained it, and it will be much more clearer in the head. Okay, somebody has posted, my pizza cheese doesn't brown in the oven, what should I do? You need to increase the heat of the top part in your oven, preferably to around 210 degrees Celsius to 215 degrees Celsius, and put the pizza closer to the top deck, or maybe in the topmost deck. It will definitely start to brown. How to understand temperature differences between the oven? Which temperature to be used in which oven? Okay, so whenever you are using a convection oven, the heat is more precise than as compared to a deck oven. So let's say if in the convection oven you are baking the cookies at 160 degrees Celsius or 165 degrees Celsius, you may have to increase the temperature by 10 to 15 degrees whenever you are working with a deck oven, which makes it to 175 or 170 degrees Celsius. This will also completely depend on your heat and trial. Each oven may have some hot points or some cold points. There can be some calibration also that you can check. So the best way that I prefer is that we use an oven thermometer. Let's say we set our oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and then we put an oven thermometer inside to check what is the temperature of the oven. So if the temperature shown is same as the temperature which is in our oven thermometer, that means our oven is working just fine. But usually you will always find a variance of 5 to 10 degrees. For example, if I set my oven at 180 degrees Celsius, my oven thermometer may show 175 or 185. So that's the variance that we need to adjust. Can we bake at multiple shelf levels in an oven? Yes, of course. The shelves are meant to be used at multiple levels. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is don't overfill your oven and keep some space for your product to rise. For example, if I am baking a sponge in a ring, and let's say the height of my ring is this much, and I am going to pour batter less than the size of the ring, of course, I need to keep some space above it for the product to rise so that it doesn't go inside the top tier or it doesn't smudge inside the oven. So you have to keep that in mind before you put anything in the oven, whether it's a sponge or whether it's a bread. It's going to rise inside the oven, the volume is going to increase. So we need to keep some space above it for the product to rise. Which shelf level to bake in? Any shelf level you can bake in. Depends on how many products you are going to put inside the oven. If there is only one single product, it's always advisable to put in the middle shelf because the heat is more even. If you have 2 or 3 products, you can very easily place one product in one shelf by dividing the heat. Don't put all the products in the same shelf because otherwise then the heat will be difficult to rotate. Also, my personal advice would be, if a product is supposed to be baked, for example, for 30 minutes, put an alarm at 25 minutes and check it 5 minutes before. If in case your product is getting more colored or getting more brown at the back side, you can always rotate the oven. Or if you are putting one product on the top and one product in the middle rack, you can always swap the two in the last 5 minutes to get an even color. What is the function of the fan? As explained earlier, the fan will help you to rotate the heat so that all your products are evenly baked. Budget friendly ovens for breads. All these ovens are available in different sizes and different volumes. You could choose any of these depending on your budget. What oven is best for breads? Preferably for a commercial purpose, a deck oven is best for breads. However, in a household setup, you can use a convection oven for baking breads, as convection oven is more like a multi-purpose oven wherein you can bake in everything possible. Can macaroons be baked in OTG? Yes, macaroons can be baked in OTG on the oven mode. Just ensure that you have set the heat at the correct points. Usually in the OTG, I would suggest to bake your macarons around 140 degrees Celsius. However, each oven will have different temperatures. You will have to do some hit and trials. Okay, best commercial oven. There are many. Rational is a good brand. We use Sinmac. Sinmac has excellent products. Trufrost, Cellfrost. There are many more that are available in the market. I would suggest always check for the reviews. That's the best way out. What kind of oven is better for heavy duty home baking? I think that question has already been answered. Go on to the next one. Okay, difference between upper rod and lower rod in the oven, which one to switch on. Usually if I have to bake anything, I would switch on both the rods at medium heat depending on what product has to be baked. It's best to switch on both the rods because you need heat from both the sides. If you put a product in the middle of the oven and you have only heat coming from the bottom or only heat coming from the top, there are chances that where the place or the point from where the heat source is there, the product will start to bake faster from that part. For example, if I put a vanilla cake inside my oven and I only switch on the bottom tier, the heat from the bottom will be more and we have switched off the heat from the top. So what will happen, my cake will start to bake from bottom faster as compared to top, and there will be uneven baking. Convection to deck, difference in baking, already answered the same question. Convection usually has a more compact heat as compared to deck, so you may have to reduce the temperature whenever you are shifting to a deck oven from a convection oven by about 10 degrees. What to do if oven shuts while baking? Well, you need to pray to God that the electricity comes back fast, because there is no fix to that. But usually if the electricity fluctuates for few seconds, it's not a problem because your oven has already got enough heat to hold your product. But ensure that during that time you never open the door of the oven, because immediately there will be a strong heat loss which can result in collapsing of your oven. As we all know, before you put any product in the oven, whichever oven you are using, you must preheat the oven to the desired temperature before your product goes inside. Oven thermometer difference, I have already explained the calibration. You can always buy an oven thermometer and check for the calibration. It's also advisable, whichever oven you are using, every 6 months get a small service or a regular service done, so that the company knows their products better and they can help you to keep the oven in the healthy state, and also it will improve the life of your product. Bottom perfectly cooked of my cake and top was underbaked. As explained just now, your bottom is perfectly cooked and top is underbaked because maybe the heat at the bottom was much more than the heat at the top. Baking vinouseries without proofers. Okay, whenever you have to proof anything, usually we are proofing breads, which can be anything from a white bread to a brown bread or a croissant or anything which contains yeast. You can, a very good tip, actually I learned it from my students only, that you can switch on the oven, the light in the oven, which keeps your oven slightly warm around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is the ideal proofing temperature, and keep a bowl of warm water inside the oven and place your product inside the oven. Please remember, the oven is switched off, only the light is on. So the light which is inside will give you slight warmth. And also the bowl that we place inside the oven will have hot water, which will help to maintain the temperature, optimum temperature for the bread or the product to rise inside the oven. Now, when your product is ready or almost ready, you can gently take the product outside the oven and set the oven to the desired temperature. This is one of the best ways to use a proofer at home. Generally, we don't suggest you to buy a proofer for your household work because you are not baking in bulk. However, in commercial setups, we always invest in a proofer because we are baking a lot of breads. How to create steam in OTG? So usually the ovens that we have at home, they do not have a steam option. How can we work about it? A small trick is that you place a bowl with ice cubes inside. Why ice cubes? Because ice cubes will take slightly, they will first melt and then they will convert into steam. So they will take about 3 to 4 minutes depending on the heat of the oven to get converted into steam. That's the perfect way how you want to steam your products. Another tip, whenever you are baking anything and if you feel that your product is becoming dry, especially with sponges, usually we bake in a ring, which is fine. If we are baking the sponges flat in a tray, you can always place a small bowl of water inside the oven along with the product. This will help to balance out the moisture inside the oven and your product will not become dry. But ensure that this is not done along with products like cookies, because you don't want to retain a lot of moisture in the cookies, otherwise they will become soggy. Another thing, whenever you are using the oven, usually in the commercial ovens there is an option to pull the trigger out, or to do vent out, usually what we call it, or to open the duct. Usually the deck oven or the convection oven has an option to open the duct, which helps to release the excess moisture. We usually do this for products in which we don't want to retain moisture, like something like a crumble or a streusel, or while we are roasting the nuts, or while we want to dry the crust of the bread like a simple French baguette. Usually towards the end of the baking we do vent out. Now how can we replace the same in the oven that we have at home? So whenever you have an oven at home, especially the built-in ovens, you can just open the door and place a small piece of wood on the edge of the door. This will help the excess moisture to release out, and you will have something like a duct which will be created in your oven. This will help to release the excess moisture, and you will always end up having a crispy or a product which you want to decrease the moisture level. This will also help to enhance the shelf life. So these were the questions today that we had. If in case you guys have any other questions or inquisitive about anything else about ovens, please feel free to drop us a text at APCA India Instagram page, or you can also text me personally on my page, which is by the name of Astik Oberoi. We hope from the APCA family that you all are doing well, and we all will overcome these unprecedented times soon. Thank you for signing in. Thank you.
You can write your Insta ID. Your Insta ID.
Okay, I'm just writing my Insta ID. Thank you very much guys for signing in. This video will be available on our story. In case anybody has missed any part, please feel free to watch it again. From IGTV it will be available. Thank you everybody.